Greetings. Today, Jupiter is on my mind. We've got the moon going into Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, and the upcoming Sagittarius full moon. And we've also got Jupiter changing signs today, which it does about once a year to go into Cancer. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Monday, June 9th. So today is the day Jupiter changes signs from where it has been in Gemini since May of 2024. So we've had the Jupiter in Gemini energy for the past year, really bringing the Jupiter energy of expansion, abundance, a bigger picture of beliefs, and how we synthesize. So Jupiter speaks to how we form our understanding of things, right? Whatever is, we have an understanding of it based on that Jupiter capacity to see the big picture and make meaning of the individual components. Gemini is about the individual components. It's about information and the little bits of information and the individual ideas and things we are learning. And so it's about the mind and the everyday processing that we do with our minds. And then Jupiter is how we see that bigger picture. So in Gemini, Jupiter brings expansion to the themes of communication and ideas and mental processing. And now that Jupiter is going into Cancer, we will have more of a theme of expansion and seeing the bigger picture related to caring and needs, which is Cancer, feelings, caring, needs. So remember, Jupiter's about understanding. So that bigger picture of how we understand themes like feelings and needs and caring and healthcare and how we meet the needs of people in society, but also that bigger picture of our own beliefs about our own needs and our emotions that we may have about that. And remember that the energy of Cancer reminds us that we already know how to heal. It's that energy of being seen, being held. So the nurturing of the mother energy, whether it's a literal mother or just that experience of nurturing, of having your needs met, of being warm and fed and safe, that gives us the conditions we need to naturally do the healing that we know how to do. So, expanding with Jupiter in Cancer, expanding our capacity to be aware of our needs and to see how to meet our needs better, shifting our beliefs around our needs and how to get them met. And that is both on the personal level for our own self-care and also in the bigger picture of society and how we think about the bigger picture of how to meet one another's needs for all human beings, right? And how we do that as a culture, as a society. So that bigger picture of how we answer these questions. Jupiter, remember, and Sagittarius is about answers. Gemini is about questions. So we've had the planet of answers in the sign of questions. That gives you kind of an idea of where we've been for the past year. But we're going to have the planet of answers in the sign of caring. So today around 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, Jupiter goes into Cancer. So I talked about this yesterday a little bit, especially with the upcoming full moon. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So the Sagittarius full moon, which today the moon is going into Sagittarius, 7:55 a.m. Pacific time, if I didn't say that already. And so we'll have the moon in Sagittarius bringing up that Jupiter in Cancer energy. Interestingly, and this is very temporary because the moon only spends a couple of days in a sign, but the moon rules Cancer and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So they are in each other's signs for a couple of days, and while we have this full moon. So this bigger picture of understanding and thinking about the bigger questions, the meaning and understanding that we have around caring and how we get our needs met. So changing, right? If Sagittarius is about answers and Jupiter is about answers, we are changing the answers. We are expanding the horizons of the answers that are available. That is what Jupiter does. It expands horizons. It takes us to new territory. It's about travel also. So expanding our minds to have that bigger picture of understanding. So today we've got the moon going through, well, it will start out in Scorpio, depending on your time zone, goes into Sagittarius, bringing us more into this vibe of asking those bigger questions, thinking about the deeper meaning of things, and how we're going to understand or expand our understanding in new directions. So those are our themes for today. We also have Mercury now in Cancer. Mercury went into Cancer on Sunday. I don't always talk about the inner planets, but this one was significant because Mercury rules Gemini, and it joined up with Jupiter just as they both were about to enter Cancer. So Mercury, the planet of communication and mental processing and everyday thinking, which rules Gemini, which is also about those things, goes into Cancer. So our thinking and our way of processing information is going to move into the feeling, nonverbal realm. Gemini being about language and communication is about what words we use to describe our internal experience or how we process things logically. And then Mercury in Cancer is bringing us into that mental processing in a way that moves through our emotions and our feelings. So our communication moves more into that nonverbal experience, the communication of nurturing, right? The communication that is how you can show up for another person without words, and just your presence, the quality of how you show up, how present you are, how you are listening, how you are speaking, are you being kind and caring? Those are the kinds of things that matter with Mercury in Cancer, because you'll be more effective in your communication if you're tuning in with someone else and their feelings. All right, thanks so much for being here, and I am also very, very excited to be posting tomorrow my 2025 planetary shifts highlight summary guideline handbook. I don't know. So that is on my free member site. So click the description for this video to get to that member site and go check it out. If you haven't already, sign up for a free account, because I'm going to be sending that post out tomorrow that gives you an overview of all of the outer planet sign changes that are taking place this year, and where all the outer planets are placed in terms of their signs. So just a summary and a handy reference guide to where all the planets are located when they are changing signs, which can be very helpful because I don't always have all the dates when I'm sharing with you. So they're all there in one handy reference guide with the meanings. And so that will be going out tomorrow to members. So go now and get a free account And the link to that member site is in the description for this video. Just click more to expand the text and you will see the link there. Free to join, and then you get all the posts. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can subscribe to this YouTube channel to support my work. And thanks so much for being here. My website is astrologyheals.com. See you next time.